Hello everyone, this is Shelby with Shelby Creations. Welcome back to the Dragon's Den. We are still working in this little journal. You know, last time we did this page here. I did add this just because I wanted something on the inside cover. And there's nothing there, but I did start on this page here. So, yeah, these were things I had laying on my desk, and I wanted to get them off my desk, so I thought they went pretty good together. Now, when you're collaging, you don't have to cover the whole page, but today we're going to be working in on this one. Now, remind me not to put something as bulky as that on my inside cover anymore, because it really makes it hard to do anything with this page here. So, and something else, in one of the books I had, the sticker books, I found this one, Flying Butterfly Shadow, and while it has a lot of washi stickers in it, I was looking through it trying to find something and came across these back pages. These are full page stickers. How awesome is that? I love these. Now they are a little difficult to pull out if you're pulling out, you know, from the front. But I went ahead and separated the last one, and it was easy coming from the back. So I'm going to use one of these today. I may use some more butterfly stickers. So for now, I'll set it right here in our little box. And then you figure out which way is up, which way is down. Probably use it there, because I have some other things here. The big pages. All I did was tear this one, and I was thinking about here, and I really like this one. You know, this would do good there and would still leave us room, you know, for writing and stuff. Simple. And then if I wanted to tag, I could use this one, but we've got this little thing here, and I think that would be, yeah, I think that would be too much, so we'll put that back over there. So we're just going to use these four. You don't need to use a lot when you're collaging. So we're just going to use these 4 pieces today. And this is just to get us, to get something down in our journal. Now later, if we feel we want more, and yes, I'm inking today, only because the other pieces are inked, we can always come back and revisit this page if we think something needs to be added. Put the lid back on that. With so much stuff to work with, it's very important that I keep my area super clean. And now I'm going to need my... Now, these did pull off, so let me make sure. Yeah, see? A whole page sticker. How fantastic is that? Set that down there. If I can get hold of it. Now you see, the bigger they are, the more they tend to curl. So I might have to ditch this tweezers for a moment. We'll uncurl that. I want to take this, what I'm doing is matching this bottom edge where I want this to go, and then coming right up, holding this corner, and then smoothing outwards. So I've got it down and no wrinkles. That's always a plus. And then that can go in the trash. And the other thing I wanted was this here. Because this would give me some writing room if I wanted to write something. And then up here it would do the same. So, put this one on. And if you were doing a writing journal, you could just put one sticker on it, or just a very small collage of stickers or embellishments. Because I'm trying to use up quite a few of my stickers for this book, so I've got way too much stash, especially if I get another haul for my birthday. I will definitely need the room, which means I have to use what I've got. Now this one here, this page here, I simply tore it apart. And because it was so light, if I'd have just put it down as is, you really couldn't tell anything. That's why I inked the inner edge, actually all the way around them. So, I get this one done. Oh. There we go. Get my glue going. Now, as long as I get it around the outside, I'm good. And then I'll just, here and there on the inside, just a little squiggle. Now, I want this one as close to this inside edge as I can get it. And that's about as good as it's going to get. But I do like that. And then this one. Again, we go around our outside. And then a little bit here and there on the inside. Very quick, very simple. And it will ensure that it stays down. Now, like that, like the other side, I'm going to come as close over here as possible, because I want to show the separation between the two. Now, I may, see this tip didn't get glue on it too good. So we'll come back in, little glue on the end. Don't have to glue the whole section, just that edge there. Now I have a paper towel up here because my thing's getting a little glumpy. Put my lid on that. And that is a very simple, very basic, yet really nice collage. You have writing space. And it just, that would really be interesting, writing in there. You have this little area here. You can actually write over this part here, you know, if you're into the writing. So I don't think that turned out too bad. Then I'm still, for some reason, it doesn't feel like this one is quite finished. But I don't know. What have I got in here? I mean, I could add a tag, but that really wouldn't go with what's on the page. So I want to have a little something that says, you know, this belongs here. And I know I wanted some writing space around here. So let's put this one down. I do like this. I know I speak a lot about when you're buying your stuff, when you're buying your supplies. Do not be afraid to shop around. And do not be afraid of purchasing from a small online store. And if you are afraid of getting taken advantage of, because there are so many scammers out there, what I suggest is, I know some banks do it, they have where you can get a prepaid Visa card backed by the bank. Now, the reason why I'm suggesting this is, let's say you know you're going to place an order. You've got your order there, you see how much it is, and before you press that final button that says, proceed with order, you can go on to your phone with your bank app and transfer just enough, maybe a few dollars more, to cover your order. That way, when the money comes out, if it is not a legit, or if somebody gets hold of your card or whatever, or your information, they can't take out more than what's on your card. And if you like with a couple of the places that I order from, I have my card listed under the payment options because I'm a member of that site. I am a customer there. I have my login for that store, and under my login, my personal information is that prepaid Visa, so that you don't get taken advantage of. Because I saw where one lady in one of my crafting groups ordered something, and even though it was a certain amount, they tripled the amount to her card, but she only got the one. So, things, and sometimes it can just be a mistake, but you don't need to tie up, a whole lot just because of somebody's mistake or because of a scammer. You don't want to get taken advantage of. I do think that looks pretty good there. But it looks like it needs something in color. Now, I did go through and cut my flowers out. I've got a flower there. There's flowers in there, so I don't think that would work. I already have that there. So I could actually, no, don't want that. Ooh, I have labels. And these are just regular, like, thick labels. I've had them forever. But that would give a bit of color to that. And what I'm looking for is something that, now this one would go with everything, but it's still in the same color tone. I want something different. What about a stamp? Still, we're looking in browns. So I want something a bit different. That's still brown. That one's brown. Ooh, that's a pretty stamp. It's a flower, but it's a different color. I do like that. So what I'm doing, I'm just auditioning. When you see me pull things out and decide if I want to place them, how it would look, that's actually auditioning the items on your page. Ooh, I have a down here. Oh, no, that wasn't what I thought it was. That's a different color. I'm trying to stick to the ones that I have already pulled out. I want to use them first. So we'll just, and I can sit here and just rummage through my little stickers and things. Put that basket back. What do I have in this one? Ooh, this may be a good chance to use one of these frames. I do like that there. What else is there in here? Let's see. I have the more ornate frames. I don't like that. So I think we're gonna go with what I have down here now, which is basically 3 stickers and a frame. I'm wondering if offset that there, which I think would be, that may be a good spot for that. That could actually go down there and that would work. But do I want, and if I did that, I don't think I'm going to use that one. I'll put that sticker back. So let's do this way. I'm going to put this one down. Actually, that goes that way. That's the right way up for that stamp. Now, I need to peel, although I don't want all that extra shiny stuff. The pieces around where the colored pieces are on this are shiny, so all I'm doing is trimming off as much of that as I can without messing up the sticker itself. The piece of, and this came from like a washi roll, only it's called a PET. PET washi. I think that's what it is. I'm not sure, but I know it's different from washi tape. It has a more of a shiny background. Now, see this one little edge under here wants to come up. Put just a little bit of glue there. It's a whole area down here. I'll take more than just a little bit. I'll run some under there, just like that. Now, for the frame, all I'm doing is dotting here and there. Move the strings. And then, yeah, that looks good there. I'm not putting this around any one image because this is more of an accent. A frame doesn't have to go, you know, around a picture or around a certain image. It can just be there. I like that better, like that. I do like the touch of the frame there. So that was our first page. Then we've done this one. Like I said, if I see that there's something else I want, I can go back and add it later. But I like the way, the simplicity of this is. And then I have this one here. This whole piece here is from my washi roll. So sometimes the larger rolls are good if you can get them at a good price. So I think that's going to be it for today. We've got quite a bit more to do in this book, but I like where we're at so far. So if you enjoyed what we worked on today, give me a thumbs up, hit that bell notification, and come back to see us here at the Dragon's Den with my next video. So until then, bye guys.